All right, so what we're gonna do today, we're gonna do a little bit of polishing. Got this little car cruise coming up Saturday, the Kirkwood cruise. You know, I'll give her a little bit of pimping, you know, make her look a little bit sweeter. Probably gonna look great. And a cleaner. Hate cleaning, I don't even know why I got chrome. But that's what we're gonna be doing today. We're polishing some aluminum. Yep. I got the most expensive pads that you can buy. I didn't. Absolutely did not. These are Harbor Freight. But we do have good metal polish. Right here. It's from AF Racing. Check that out. All in focus. That's actually good stuff. 100% sure either. I used it before on some other junk I had. And all that we used was just a rag, and we're good. This time I'm actually going to use a couple bumping discs, hit the valve covers up, the alternator up, you know what I mean, lines up, breather up. This has never been touched, coil bracket hasn't. I'm going to hit that up. Probably the overflow tank, the little steering shaft here. Whatever I can get to with this, I'm going to hit it. Headlights, assemblies, then I'm going to turn right around. Probably wet sand the car and buff it, and I'm going to do the rims up too. We do have a little bit of overspray on this thing because it's been sitting in here for a little over a year, as you know. You know, we're going to try to make it look as good as we can. I painted this thing in the yard. If you go back 300 videos, you'll see. So, paint is not great, not good. But, good enough for a driver. We just want to make her look halfway decent. That's for damn sure. Now, would it be easy to take the valve covers off? Sure would be. Am I going to do that? I'm showing you. I ain't taking them off. No. Why? It's kind of lazy. So that's why. So, do need to knock the breather lines off though, just so I have a little bit more room there to play around with. And anything been sitting there long, already got webs on them. All right, well, let's get the breather lines off this thing. Let's get her ready. We'll get her disc together here, and yeah, we'll get polishing. We'll see what happens. Make it look good, make it look like crap. I don't know. We'll figure that out in the end, right? Alrighty then. Well, when I said I show I ain't pulling these valve covers, apparently I lied. I did. Figured it was easier. I went in there, I tried to get a couple different angles in there, and it wasn't happening. So it's easier to take the extra 32 seconds and just go ahead and pop the valve covers off. So that's what we'll be doing. And get this right here together. Beautiful. We gotta tighten that up a little bit more. It's probably gonna spin a little bit. Oh man. Maybe. Not a real biggie. It's only a little tiny disky. There we go. That might work. All right. I think this one might be brand new and never been opened. It is. I already used one whole thing of this last year on this car. Well, this car and a couple other things in the Mayo, and not really Ruthie. Becky's car ain't really got much chrome on it. She's all, you know, marked out. So, for the love of God. So that makes hers easier. Tell you one thing, there's a little worm in here. That's for dang sure. Apparently this is idiot proof. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna just put a little tiny dabby on her. We'll see how that does. Alright, little goes a long ways, is that what they say? Let's see how that works. Thought I beat the side of that with the drill here. some of it. It's turning black on me. Let's see here. See if I'm accomplishing anything or not. Oh yeah. Couldn't really tell. It was not. But it is. Yep, that's definitely looking better. I might have to do it more. But that is definitely looking better. Alright. You guys don't want to sit here and watch me do it. So I'm gonna keep hitting that puppy up, and I will be back with you when I get this one done. And I'll show you what it looks like. It really turns out nice, and I think it will. So in the meantime of having this thing up in the air, gonna clean the Bobby's mufflers and everything else, kind of dusting stuff off. Notice that trans fluid is all across the front of the pan here again. Originally, I knew the dipstick up here was leaking. So I took it out, resealed it, cleaned everything up real nice. Came back out today, and again, all this was wet again, all the way up around this corner. So, further inspection, you can see behind here on the shift seal, it was wet and coming down. So I cleaned everything up again, and then I'm gonna let it sit while I'm cleaning, see if it gets wet behind here. If it is, then I'm gonna have to put a shift seal on it again. Well, not again. It'd be again for this car, but not this transmission. Because I bought another transmission, one that had a trans brake on it. Same thing, had a leak in it. They said it never could get stopped, and it's kind of, I guess, ran like that. And they put front pump seals in it, pan gaskets, new lines, everything they said. And come to find out, it was the exact same thing. It was that little stupid $5 seal. It's not hard to put in. It's actually harder to get it out than it is put in if you don't have the right tool. So I'm gonna let that sit. We're gonna see what happens there. I'd like to have that done before Saturday, before the car show, but, or the cruise, I mean. But if I don't, I don't. I mean, it's not pouring leaks, but it does leave like a little tiny spot here on the ground. It looks bigger because I wiped it up, but. All right, let's get clean those nasty mufflers. All right, got fans going on. Might be hard to hear me. Got one wheel done, boom. Not perfect? No. I'm not a detailer. Here's what it did look like before I got it started. Yes. Me being an idiot in here, I had a cover on this thing, but with paint and mayo, look at that. Between dirt and I believe that's clear coat. And when I was painting that, so apparently the wheels weren't covered all the way up when I covered this up. So what I've been doing is taking a little bit of reducer on a rag, getting all that down, then we're going back over with the polish and a rag, and that's what got us to this. I tried a little buffer on it, and it just wasn't, I don't know, wasn't cutting it for me. Not perfect, like I said, look, but I'm gonna live with that, man. That is definitely a hell of a lot better than this right here. Look at that, big difference. And then once I get that one done, I gotta jump to the front. But the fronts don't look quite as bad though. Well, they're not as big either, so that helps. See, I mean, they're more, I think that's more just dirt than overspray. So the front ones must have been covered better. We get on this one right here real quick, see how this turns out. All right, I took a little bit more scrubbing than the other one, but it did come up. I got probably 20 minutes into it. Like I said, it's definitely not perfect. If you're a lot better, a little buffing thing here than I am, you probably make it look really, really good. I suck at it. No, yeah, so I was gonna do the pipes, and there they are. They turn out a little blingish. Still gotta do the front wheels. Neither one of them been done yet. And then that muffler is done. It didn't turn out bad at all either. And motor still looks good. So that's plus, right? Maybe. From a distance, they're blinging. You get up on them, Obviously, you were going to find spots that I could not get out, I'm sure. All over. But, good enough for me. And someday I will paint the anti-roll bar again and this lower shock brace, and someday. Maybe over the winter. Need to actually repaint the whole car. Alright, I'm going to tackle these front wheels real quick. Yep, it's exactly where it's leaking. That shift seal. So I ain't got another one today. I already put that in there. I got my woman over here buffing my wheels for me. What's up? Yeah, right there. That's the race truck girl. Alright, so we got the seal in. It was a workout getting that thing out. If you had the right tool, it'd be a whole lot better. I do not have that. It takes 5 seconds to put it in and 2 days to take it out. So now we gotta do, start the linkage up on her, and we can go to town with her. And oh yeah, look at this front wheel right here.
10-footer, 10-footer. You gotta go back a little
Look
bit.
at that.
Definitely a lot nicer for, not really, we're just polishing for the cruise tomorrow. We're not doing anything crazy.
She's definitely bling bling though compared to what she used to be. I'm liking it. Oh, it's getting kind of late. Looks like we about got this thing almost wrapped up. Tomorrow morning, I'm gonna just take a little bit of spray on the body, hit the old glass there with some Windex so this dog don't snatch me off the feet first. And I want to hit that grill up right there. A little bit of compound. Other than that, it's presentable. Real nice? No. Presentable? Absolutely. Old Dane hooked the old wheels up there on her. So they're definitely looking good. Big bonus compared to what it was. As you can hear, Dane's leaving out there. See ya. It is about ready. I'll probably got to spend about an hour on it in the morning. Other than that, it is ready to go. For me, it is. Good enough for me. There goes him. Now, I gotta take this mutt in the house and probably call it a night. And tomorrow I'll be filming at the old Kirkwood. Since we figure out something there. See how dirty it is up under that doorage and all that? That's what I'm talking about. Paint sucks on this car anyway. But I have another video out. Price, don't drink that. Probably Sunday of the Kirkwood cruise. So keep an eye out for that. That dog gonna drag me clean across the shop here. All right, man. Peace out, G's.